Hey, this is Dominic Scott Kay here, and I'll give you a little background on my story. I was born and raised in Malibu, California, and I traveled a lot growing up because I was in the film industry. I did about 50 films in about a decade span. Films like Pirates of the Caribbean, I was the voice of Wilbur in Charlotte's Web, a lot of studio independent films, but a lot of people don't know that I was in music before I was in film, and that's always been my number one passion. I grew up actually in R&B, soul, playing that kind of music, but the music that I loved listening the most was definitely old school country. I was the only kid in Malibu that was listening to 80s and 90s country. My biggest influences were Alison Krauss, Union Station, George Strait, Clint Black, Tim McGraw, and that really shaped me as an artist. About probably when I was 11 or 12 years old, I came out to Nashville and started recording, my first country records. That's really when I made the turn to go into country music full time. Of course, I did many years of acting and directing and producing, and then about 5 years ago, I decided to move out to Nashville full time and just really dive into it. One thing that I've done my whole life is playing music and writing, and at a really young age I really dove into Pro Tools and producing music as well. I do play 11 instruments, so I was always tracking everything myself, and that really changed the way I write music. Instead of just writing lyrics and things on a song base, I started writing with production, and now that's really changed the way I do things. Last year, I had the honor of signing with Orbison as a record deal, and also signing with Still Working Music as a writer on staff. And it's really changed the way I'm, able to do things, and I've been able to put my writing in a priority in my life as well. But with the record deal, I've just finished recording my first record with the label this year, and I was able to work with my biggest influence in music, which is Josh Kelly. Wrote and produced the whole record with him, and it's been really an amazing opportunity to collaborate with him and just grow as an artist and make the kind of music that I love listening to the most. Growing up in R&B soul roots and being in country music now, that's really the kind of music Josh has done, and that's what I've always dreamt of doing.